Absolutely. And Jake, I spoke to you earlier, and I want the feedback you and Jake on this. Is let's talk about early treatment. How critical it is for a person dealing with drugs to get involved in early treatment.
Absolutely. Early treatment, like any other problem that you may have, is very important, because the problem or the addiction, will grow and grow. I think for family, it's very important to stay on top of and be aware of their children's patterns, where their peer groups, what they're doing, where they're hanging out. But ultimately, people's substance, and those who abuse substances will find a way to, get it. They are they can be very manipulative, and they know how to get what they want when they want it. So for them, it's about finding and understanding that everyone, has an addiction, but some people have genetic or epigenetical factors that make them more susceptible for addiction. But understanding treatment, I think, is very good for clients who have substance abuse, and for parents. And the belief in the process of treatment is great. And going to treatment actually makes you a strong person, because it allows the client to really, allows them to really confront the issue, and to handle it. And to me, those are the strongest people out there. So being okay with treatment, understanding the process, and having an awareness of what to do when you have a problem will really help tremendously.
Andy, your thoughts on the importance of early treatment?
Well, I think it's certainly it's critical. The issue is that when we're dealing with drug and alcohol problems, there's a tremendous amount of ambivalence that the person who is using has. There are defenses like denial and rationalization. The idea that this is not really a problem, minimizing it, I'm just doing it socially, I only do it here or under certain circumstances, or only afternoon, not in the morning, and so forth. And so it's very easy to sort of trick yourself into thinking that it's a problem. Now, when it becomes a problem is when you start to function poorly in the important areas of your life. At home, in school, at work, in the community, physically, medically, you begin to have problems in any one or a number of those areas. And that's a real sign that the use of drugs and alcohol is more than social or recreational. And so the problem is, though, that you have this ambivalence, mixed feelings about, is it really a problem? No, I don't think it really is a problem. So early treatment, the most critical part of that is what we refer to as engagement. And it's how do you engage or connect with someone that has these ambivalent feelings, where they haven't even gotten to the point yet where they have an understanding or a belief that it's a problem. Quite often, early treatment is precipitated by a legal problem or by a family member pressing the issue, or someone else that might be close to you. And so when you get into treatment, you're sort of like, okay, I'm doing this because I'm on probation. I'm doing it because I got a DWI or I got into some kind of trouble, and I just want to go through the paces and get it over with, but I don't really have a problem. So there are phases of treatment, and the early part of treatment is really about the counselor or the therapist having a tremendous amount of empathy, being non-judgmental, and being able to help the person who is sitting across from you to begin to contemplate that maybe this is a problem. And until they get to the point that they start to contemplate that it's actually a problem, they're not going to move to the next stage where they actually prepare to think about what is it that I might do about this. So early treatment is all about that process of engagement and connection.
And